Hello and good night. Welcome to another bedtime story. This story is meant to help you sleep or to relax your mind. Try and find a comfortable place, such as your bed or a soft chair. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes now. Try and let go of the day as we begin our tale. Tonight's story is The Steadfast Tin Soldier. Once upon a time, in a grand nursery filled with toys of all shapes and sizes, there stood a row of 25 tin soldiers. They were all identical, except for one. He had only one leg, for he had been the last cast in the mold, and there had not been enough tin to complete him. Yet he stood as firmly as his comrades, with his musket at his side and his face turned forward with unwavering determination. In the nursery, among dolls, wind-up animals, and grand castles of cardboard, there was also a beautiful paper ballerina. She stood gracefully on one foot, with her arms stretched high above her head. The tin soldier was instantly captivated by her beauty, and in his heart he admired her deeply, believing that she too had only one leg. Each night, when the children were fast asleep, the toys in the nursery came to life. The tin soldier watched as the ballerina spun elegantly, seemingly held up by magic. He longed to speak to her, to tell her how her elegance and strength moved him, but he remained silent. He was steadfast, not just in stance, but in heart. But not all was well in the nursery. A mischievous goblin, who lived inside a jack-in-the-box, had been watching the tin soldier with envy. "Keep your eyes away from her," the goblin hissed. "She is beyond your reach." The steadfast tin soldier stood firm and did not reply. The goblin scowled. "You shall pay for your stubbornness." The next morning, when the children awoke and began to play, one of them placed the tin soldier on the windowsill. It was a bright morning, and the wind whispered through the open window. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew the poor soldier off the ledge. He fell, tumbling down into the street below, landing headfirst on the pavement. The child who owned him ran downstairs to retrieve him, but before she could, a pair of boys snatched him up. "Let's send him sailing," they cried, crafting a little paper boat and setting him afloat in the gutter. The tin soldier sailed bravely down the rushing water, steadfast as ever. The journey was perilous, for the water rushed faster and faster, and soon he found himself swept into a dark and dreary sewer. There he met a great water rat, who demanded a toll to let him pass. The soldier, having no coins, remained silent and continued forward with unwavering resolve. The rat, furious at being ignored, summoned the tide to surge, and the little paper boat was tossed violently until it finally capsized. The tin soldier was thrown into the water and sank deeper and deeper. But just when it seemed all was lost, he was swallowed whole by a large fish. For days, the tin soldier lay inside the belly of the fish, surrounded by darkness. He could hear muffled sounds from the outside world, but he was unable to move. It was a strange, lonely existence, yet he did not despair. He thought of the ballerina, of her grace and her strength, and he remained as steadfast as ever. But fate had one more twist for him. The fish was caught by a fisherman, taken to the market, and sold to a cook, who brought it home to prepare for dinner. When the cook cut open the fish, there lay the steadfast tin soldier, gleaming in the light. Amazed, the cook carried him into the nursery, where the children shouted with joy. He was returned to his rightful place, and there, before him, stood the beautiful ballerina, just as graceful and lovely as ever. The tin soldier and the ballerina gazed at each other, a silent understanding passing between them. Yet their happiness was short-lived. One of the children, in a moment of carelessness, threw the tin soldier into the fireplace. The flames roared around him, but even as he melted, his expression never changed. At that same moment, a gust of wind carried the ballerina into the fire beside him. Together, they vanished into the flames, leaving behind nothing but a small tin heart and a charred sequin. Thus ended the tale of the steadfast tin soldier, whose love and resolve never wavered, even in the face of fate's cruelest trials. Though the fire had consumed him, his story endured, whispered through the ages as a testament to unwavering devotion, for it proved that true love and unwavering courage endure, even in the face of adversity. The end. Thank you for listening to this bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed the tale tonight. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more audiobooks and tales to come. Until next time.